Hello guys, how you doing? I am back in Poland. I came back last night from Italy, from that trip. And I want to be very honest with you and open about it. So even though at first I was thinking to create a travel video, which I normally enjoy very much, I will not do it. Reason for it is that my time in Rome was not as amazing, I would say, as I was hoping it will be. I was quite disappointed with Rome. And the reason is this: not only very messy, a lot of dirty places, not just in the tourist areas, very unprofessional service in most of places I encounter. Unfortunately, I have to say it. And no offense to Italian viewers, because I know that I speak just for some part of Italy, and I know that some people will disagree. But to me, I didn't have that magical feeling, that impression as I was hoping to achieve when I was going there. Incredibly high amount of people, I would say over 30%, if not more, reaching 38, wearing the masks when they really don't have to at this point. Okay, they don't have to, period, but they don't have to wear them, because if they just go on the governmental website and check the regulations that all have been lifted, regardless, still alone in the car, driving the car, wearing the mask. So reminding me of California. And I decided after that trip that pretty much from the beginning to the end was very strange not to create the travel video. I went to the Vatican, but I only went to the square. I didn't go any closer because I had zero desire to be inside that building. I didn't want to be close to the place that is the epicenter of evil. It is, in my opinion. And if some of you don't know what I'm talking about, then do your research. I know many of my subscribers do know what I'm talking about. And those of you who follow me on Instagram, thank you so much, guys, for your comments. You can check my pictures and my short little reels on Instagram. That is when I was in Rome. And yeah, I came back to Poland and I decided not to create this video. I have interviews coming this month. I have some new guests that I would like to bring on as well. So we see how this unfolds. Hopefully it will all go smoothly. Meanwhile, when I came back, I have to tell you, I realized how different it is here in comparison to Italy. The programming there is still at its finest. You cannot explain to me why someone is actually wearing the mask in the weather that is reaching almost 35 degrees in Celsius. I didn't check in Fahrenheit, but this is really hot. That was so hot in the end of May. And I came back here, hardly anyone. You see very, very rare here in Poland wearing the mask. This is what I'm experiencing. And when I came back, what I've realized, first, I see that billboards has changed. So from those "We stand with Ukraine," some of those remain, but there's a lot of new billboards, and those are saying "We say yes to Ukraine in European Union." This is new billboard, everyone. And also we had this lady who is the Commissioner of European Union, Ursula von der Leyen, visiting Poland. You know, there is this Polish channel, Suwerenny, I told you about. And if you translate, well, not really translate, but if you play with her last name and into Polish language, actually you can say, that's what he says, Ursula wodę leje, which is water pouring, because of the pronunciation. It's very similar. So Ursula von der Leyen is Ursula wodę leje. Yes, water pouring for sure. So you know where we are right now in Poland? They had this meeting, European Union, of course, Polish president and Polish prime minister. So we have Duda, we have Morawiecki, and we have Ursula von der Leyen. Three of them discussing the situation about the 800 billion euros. That is the plan that is designed to reshape our European continent for the future generations. So this is what the European Union is working on currently. And Poland apparently supposed to receive 35 billion euros from this project. But I written down her speech. There are three very important conditions that has to be met first for Poland to check those boxes, as she said, and to receive this amount of money. So I would like to those of you who know about the law and are more informed in the system of judges and those kind of procedures from the legal standpoint, if you can explain to me what this really means, because I know this is something very tricky, and this is in regard of changing the laws. So those three commitments are, the first commitment that she asked Poland to meet is the current disciplinary chamber will be abolished and replaced by the independent and impartial court established by the law. Second, the disciplinary regime has to be reformed. Controversial disciplinary offenses, like for example, the request to the European Court of Justice or questioning of the status of the judge, have to be removed. And the third one, the judges affected by the rulings of the disciplinary chamber should have the right to have their case reviewed by the new chamber. Those three commitments have to be fulfilled before any payment can be made. In addition, Poland must demonstrate by the end of 2023 that all unlawfully dismissed judges must by that time be reinstated. So since I'm not a lawyer and I really don't know a lot about those things, but I have all of you guys, and you are smart and you are savvy and a lot of you are experienced. I would like to know, what the heck does this mean? What is this playing with the law, replacing the judges, removing certain people, reinstating new people? Please, if you know any of this, leave the comment down below and explain to all of us what is this game here, because this might be also affecting, I'm not sure, but it sounds like, it feels like to me, maybe this is also something to do with the constitution, right? Who knows? So this plan is called Krajowy Plan Odbudowy, KPO, which is like the national plan of rebuilding. Apparently after the pandemic, that first they destroyed by their decisions, and now they are asking the money to rebuild what they have destroyed. How convenient is this? So probably IMF and all of those money machines places are absolutely controlling this situation. And you know, I will have a few conversations coming, and my main focus this month is, besides some questions that I really want to dive deep into on the spiritual side, and also like the Arctic Council and those kind of things, I really want to go into the banking situation, and I really want to go into CBDC. And this is getting really, really far. I know everyone is saying that it's all gonna be good and everything. Yes, but we also have to keep an eye on what they are doing. Meantime, when there is when our eyes are focused on Ukraine, they are having very important talks in several places at the same time. And they are deciding for things that then one day you just wake up and you're like, this is already happening. That's what I want to dive into this month, because I know that is quite serious situation with this, and I would like to ask your comments on how you feel about this, and I would like to know what is your opinion about how they are doing this in your countries, because it looks like to me Poland is completely sucked into this European Union slash globalist agenda. And they're already building like temporary homes in Ukraine to help the Ukrainians there. Apparently, it looks like they are not going to be peacekeeping there now. It's very confusing, all very confusing. Meanwhile, the prices for gas are rising, and this is very funny. Okay, from the Muppet Show slash shenanigans slash clown world, however you want to call it, we have the Vice Minister of Climate and Environment Ministry, Edward Siarka, that's his name. This is not a joke. I will quote to you what he said. So he said, when there is a conversation, there is a discussion, there is a, a fact that there will be shortage of coal and there will be problem with the prices and pretty much coal, to heat up homes and businesses and everything. So he says, this is literally quote, you can still legally collect firewood in the forest. This is not a joke. He actually said it to the citizens that they can collect firewood in the forest, like this is still legal. So what are we talking about here? We have the vice minister who is telling the citizens of Poland when there is shortage of coal, which is all created by their decisions. Are you going to say this to a 70, 80 years old woman who is barely surviving, maybe lives like in the old town in the city, to go to the forest and collect the firewood there? Anyway, guys, I tell you what, expect some nice conversations this month. I hope all my guests will be able to connect with me, and yeah, I would like to bring some new guests. There are some dream guests that I really, really hope I can bring this month, if not next month. So sorry, there is no travel video. Check out my Instagram if you're really interested how that trip in Rome was unfolding. But meantime, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting. And if you know anything about the law, especially in this regard of European Union shenanigans, please leave the comment down below. I would really like to understand, because I'm learning as I go along. There are so many new things, and at first I know this seems quite overwhelming, or like you cannot grasp this. What is this? It's very difficult, but I've learned in life that you can break down everything into simple facts. And even at first, it seems difficult to understand. It's just because it's new. So you can help me out as well with those 3 requirements that Ursula von der Leyen mentioned. Thank you for watching, everyone. I know this is like very casual recording, but I wanted just to be very casual. And I see you, I think, this weekend you're gonna have one video, one interview, and then next week we're gonna have some more. So stay tuned, lots of love, subscribe, join my mailing list. If you're interested in supporting me, you have the super chat, you have the super thanks, you have my books. And yeah, thank you for being with me. Lots of love, everyone. Until next time.